Hi, this is Lee Solden, World Languages Live. This is a continuing lecture for today, third segment, teaching visually impaired people Dutch. Now, this is my system of natural language acquisition. Um, there's three parts to it. Surround yourself with language. Next, do ear tuning exercises. Uh, my second segment here and the first segment were about that, teaching people who have problems seeing how to do ear tuning using my system. Okay, you basically take the ear tuning syllables and you give the person audio cues, what to listen for, so that if they get lost while trying to do the ear tuning exercises, they have something to catch up with. They know they have a known area within the ear tuning syllables to go forward to and catch up with the voice. Okay. Um, Not positive this is all working. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna assume this is not working. And do 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 do. Everything looks okay, basically. Okay, well, I'll keep going. Um, Worst thing I have to redo it all if it's actually quit. Looks like da, 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 da. Okay. Um, this is Lee Solden, World Languages Live, and this is the third lecture today on teaching visually impaired people Dutch. Okay. So first two parts of my system, surrounding yourself with the language. It's just a matter of, it doesn't matter if you can see or not, anybody can play Dutch, right? Start listening to Dutch. And I want you to start listening to the story I'm going to teach you. So the video that Slash Depover made is the first thing that I'm going to teach you if you're going to learn Dutch from me, okay? So listen to that a lot, hopefully an hour a day. And beyond that, um, whatever you want. I mean, try to get 3 hours a day. And passive listening is not going to take any of your time. You do it while reading, while listening to your favorite music, while watching TV programs, Netflix, whatever. Just have Dutch playing softly in the background so it's not interfering with anything else you're doing. That's one part of the system. Second part, ear tuning. I covered the ear tuning in the first two segments. This is basically listening to the same thing, the same 20 seconds in this case of Slash Depover's language, his speech, 20 seconds, 160 times a day. Okay. For visual people that have vision, then you read it half the time. For people that cannot see, then they have to go by the audio cues, which I provided in those first two segments today. Now, once your ear is tuned into Dutch, and it will be very well, just about 2 hours of ear tuning exercises combined with having listened to it passively for 21 hours before you started the ear tuning exercises, and combined with continuing into 3 hours a day of passive listening, just a couple hours of ear tuning exercises will have you hearing Dutch just fine. And if you keep doing the ear tuning exercises, you'll start going toward a native ear for Dutch over time. Okay, just keep hearing it sharper and sharper. And later we'll add more voices, and also in this case more accents too. This guy has a West Flanders accent. The next thing I'll have you tuned to is a more standard Dutch, someone from the Netherlands. Well, of course, this person might be speaking with an accent of some kind, but it's more standard anyway. Okay, so next, so assuming you can hear Dutch pretty darn good, then you start soaking it up just like a kid does by saying, or excuse me, either by reading or someone telling you what a sentence means in your language, something you understand. English in this case so far. I'm trying to get this set up to where other languages, but for now, it's there for English. Everything you need to learn this 7-minute video in Dutch, West Flanders accent, the whole system is there on the on that site. Now, mind you, if you're visually impaired, you're going to have to listen to the you want to listen to my lecture that I've done over the last couple of weeks on learning Dutch, where I went over every sentence and said out loud what everything means, what every sentence means, what every word in every sentence means. Covered all that in my lectures, okay? Um, but if you can read Braille, you can also go to the YouTube video and post it in the comments as the full transcript, along with the full transcript with word by word translations. So it's all there. So what do you do with this? You do read throughs. Okay, what a read through is, general term, doesn't mean you're. It means that you're going to look at the definition of a sentence in a known language, and then you're going to listen to it in Dutch. If you can see, that means I'm going to ask you to read it half the time, and half the time just listen with your eyes closed. If you can't see, then of course you're basically you're listening to it 6 straight times without reading it. Okay, after you've looked at what the Dutch guy is saying. Okay, so this type of association between the known language and the Dutch is something not for your conscious mind, but it's for your speech center. Your speech center will pick it up. Okay, your speech center will take the two things put together for you. It's a language supercomputer. So no matter how you put the meaning to words in a new language, your speech center will figure it out for you. Okay, so moving along, I'm going to demonstrate an exact example of doing read-throughs. Okay, so here's the first sentence. It says, "Goeiedag, beste kijkers." Well, goeiedag just means hi. The dag means day, right? So let's think of it as good day. Goeiedag, beste kijkers. Beste means best. Kijkers means, okay, kijken means to look. So kijkers are people who are looking. Well, what's beste kijkers? He's saying, ladies and gentlemen, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Goeiedag, beste kijkers. Okay, best onlookers. Okay, but the equivalent of good day, ladies and gentlemen. Ik maak dit filmpje. Okay, ik is I. Ik is I. Maak, he says maak means make. Dit is this. Filmpje is film. Filmpje, film. Om, for. That's just an expression like clearing his throat. Lee to helpen. I'm Lee. Okay, so Slash speaking. So he's made this film to help me. Okay. Goeiedag, beste kijkers. Ik maak dit filmpje om Lee te helpen. That's the first sentence. You know what it means. Okay. Doesn't mean you'll understand it when you hear it in Dutch spoken fast, but you give it a go. You're going to listen 6 times, listen to it. Goeiedag, beste kijkers. Ik maak dit filmpje om Lee te helpen. Listen again. Goeiedag, beste kijkers. Ik maak dit filmpje om Lee te helpen. And you might think, well, I didn't get nothing out of that. Go look at the notes again. Okay. Goeiedags, hi. Best is best. Kijkers is onlookers. Well, yeah, like ladies and gentlemen is okay. Best of kijkers, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Ik maak, I make. Okay. Dit filmpje, this film, om for Lee to helpen, to help. Te helpen, okay. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Listen a few more times. Goeiedag, beste kijkers. Ik maak dit filmpje om Lee te helpen. Now, I'm pretending I'm the video, but you're going to actually listen to the video, okay? You want to listen to a Dutch speaker speaking, not me, okay? This is how the way you're soaking this up It's not studying. You're just looking at what it means and listening to it. Okay. So listen a couple more times. Goeie dag, beste kijkers. Ik maak dit filmpje om jullie te helpen. Okay. This is your first day, say, okay? Well, this is the very first sentence, so it's probably the very first thing you're ever going to learn. You still might not understand what he says when he says it, even though you can look at it and go, oh, yeah, of course that's what it means. Oh, it don't matter. In the long run, when you hear this Dutch spoken, you just want to know what it means. But it doesn't have to be today. You've just given your speech center plenty of information to work on it overnight. You have this language supercomputer. You just gave it all the information it needs. In the morning, you will know this sentence better when you hear it. Go on to the next sentence. Hij heeft mij dat gevraagd. Okay, hij is he. He heeft, has, mij dat gevraagd. Me is me, spelled M-E. Me, that, gevraagd means asked. Omdat, for, that's because, omdat. Hij, he, talking about me here. Jullie, you all, that's talking about you. Everybody out there. Okay, daarmee bedoel ik, therewith I mean. Okay, daarmee means therewith. Bedoel is mean, ik. So he means, by all that, he means. Daarmee bedoel ik. Okay, thereby mean I. Thus mensen, thus, thus is thus. So I mean it thus. Mensen, people, mensen's people. Graag means happily, or can you read it as like want to, or cheerily, different ways you can read it depending on graag means happily. Okay, happily, Nederlands. That was how they say Dutch. Nederlands. Willen leren, will learn or want to learn. Willen can mean will or want. Here it means want. So willen, want, leren, to learn. So if you want to learn Dutch, that's who he's talking about here. Let me read the whole sentence again. Hij heeft me dat gevraagd, omdat hij jullie, daarmee bedoel ik dat mensen die graag Nederlands willen leren. Okay, first part of the sentence, we'll stop right there. Let's see if you don't want to break these big long sentences up little chunks. So hij is he, heeft, has, me, dat, this, gevraagd, asked, omdat is because, he, hij, jullie, you all, daarmee, therewith, bedoel ik, means I thus, bedoel ik thus, mensen, people, die graag, okay, die is who in this case, or say that graag, that would like to speak Dutch. Nederlands willen leren, would like to learn Dutch. Nederlands, that's Dutch, willen, want to, leren, learn. Okay, kind of know what it means. It doesn't matter if you get it perfectly, but nothing needs to be perfect. You got plenty of information for your speech center here. Listen to the sentence a few times. Okay. I'm pretending I'm the video. Hij heeft me dat gevraagd, omdat hij jullie, daarmee bedoel ik, dat mensen die graag Nederlands willen leren. Listen a couple more times. I'll just say it once. So, hij heeft me dat gevraagd, omdat hij jullie, daarmee bedoel ik, dat mensen die graag Nederlands willen leren. Okay, good enough. Move on. Maybe you want to stop, look over the definitions again, listen to a couple more times. I try to limit it to 6 times looking at it, reading it, and 6 times looking over the notes. Okay, this is not studying. This is just introducing this stuff to your speech center. Go on to the next sentence. You can keep going on to the next sentence. Trust that your speech center got enough data. In the morning, you'll know a whole lot more than you imagine with this process. It's not studying. You are not. None of this is aimed at your conscious mind. It's all aimed at the speech center. So keep doing the process. Okay, it says, Tegemoot means meat. Tegemoot, moot, meat. You kind of hear meat, moot. Okay. Tegemoot, Will Coleman, but Tega means against, by the way. Tegan means against. So you get Tegemoot, like against meat. Okay, you come across, or so you'll get, what do you get? So you get Will Coleman, so will come. So they will come to meet. Tegemoot Will Coleman. They will come to meet, they'll come to get, okay? Met de juiste materialen. Okay, met is with, de is the, juiste, that means the right, the correct. Materialen, it means materials. They use ENs for their plurals. Materialen, materials. Means for. Het is it. Beter, better. To leren, to learn. Okay, so he wants to make sure that you guys have the right materials to learn Dutch. That's why I made this video. Okay, so you looked it over, then you're going to play the video a few times. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to pretend I'm the video here. Okay, so Tegemoet wil komen met de juiste materialen om het beter te leren. Tegemoet wil komen met de juiste materialen om het beter te leren. Tegemoet wil komen met de juiste materialen om het beter te leren. Okay, maybe look over the notes again. What was that again? Let me see here. Look at your notes. Now, where are your notes coming from? Well, you could be listening to me telling you what every sentence means. You go the same series. Go back several to the beginning, like 10 videos ago, where it says learn Dutch 1, learn Dutch 2, etc. Go through those and find where I tell you exactly what this is. That's one way. Second way, if you can't see, hey, go to the site, look for those translations. If you read them in Braille, they're right there. You can take your time to go through the Braille and read them, or again, you can go listen to my lecture where I went over everything. Okay, so either way, you're either listening or you're using Braille to figure out what a sentence means, and then you just listen to it. And you can stop and go through the process of reading the Braille about what each word means. You can go through the process of or go through the process of listening to what I said on those lectures. You can also read the whole text in Braille, where it's the actual text. You can read that. I get used to reading that. Okay, next sentence. You go to the next sentence. Don't hang around that second one. Just go to the next one. Alle means okay. Okay, volgens zijn eigen theorie. Okay, alle means okay. Volgens means according to. Kind of like following. You see the vol, the V versus F. The F's just a little stronger V, right? So you kind of see the word follow in there. Volgens zijn means his. But sein has more than one meaning, but in this case means his. Okay, so following his eigen means own, following his own theory, theory is spelled with TH, but Dutch people don't say THs, they say a T when they say a TH, so theory. Okay, zou deze manier, zou is shall, deze, this, manier, manner, okay? Let's just do that a little bit there. So, okay, according to his own theory, shall this manner. So this manner is going to do something. We don't care about it. Okay, we know enough. The first little phrase there, and let's go listen to it. We're listening to it. Alle, volgens zijn eigen theorie zou deze manier. Listen again. Alle, volgens zijn eigen theorie zou deze manier. Listen again. Alle, volgens zijn eigen theorie zou deze manier. Good enough. Move on. You don't have to. You can go back. But I always tell people to move on, keep covering more material, and trust your speech center. You'll be amazed at how much you'll remember. That you'll not. It's not a matter of retaining because you're not even trying. You're not even trying to learn it today. All you care about is what you're going to wake up with in the morning, as far as Dutch goes, right? Move on. Next sentence. Dat hij jullie, that he, you all, dat hij jullie, that he, jullie, you all, will tonen. What will tonen? Tonen means show. Okay. Ervoor moeten, therefore should, must, whatever. Therefore should zorgen, zorgen means provide or take care of. In this case is provide, dot, that, yet. Oh, yet. Yet is West Flanders. It's a contraction of two words, okay? Yet, yeah, you means you, it's J-E, and then it is het. So, but you put the two together, you got yet. Yet. It means you, it. Okay, this is West Flanders, it's not standard Dutch. So I got to point out every time I come across that. Okay, so you, it. So, okay, so therefore should provide that you, it, open natuurlijke, op is on or up, so it's on or in, even I guess you could say here, op een natuurlijke, okay, a natural manier, manner, kan leren, can learn, can is can, pretty much the same in both languages, spelled the K here in Dutch. Leren, leren, that just means learn, okay. Learn, so he's talking about the fact I'm doing natural language acquisition. Okay, so I'm going to assume that that's about it for the day, okay? It might not have even filmed that much, although everything looks really good. But that's it. This is Lee Solden. This is World Languages Live. It is 6:56 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. I'll be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock. That's tomorrow, Sunday, 5 o'clock U.S. Eastern Time. And I'm basically going to tell everybody, hey, the video's there. Everything you need is there. Between listening to my lectures here and over that on the video, I actually have the system posted how to do things. You have a great opportunity here to learn Dutch, and not only learn Dutch, you learn a little bit of West Flanders, so you get an idea of what it means to speak a dialect of Dutch if you live in Belgium. Okay, nobody in Belgium, no area of Belgium speaks standard Dutch. Pretty much, I don't think any does. Maybe some on the border of with the Netherlands. I don't know, but basically most people live in Belgium speak a dialect of Dutch, right? So you should get some education about that. Okay, in my opinion. So anyway, you got an opportunity to learn Dutch. You got an opportunity to learn a little bit of West Flanders, get an idea what the dialects are about in Belgium, and at the same time, you got an opportunity to learn my system of learning languages, which does not involve studying, and it's an ear-first approach, which means before I even teach you a single word of the language, I make sure you can hear it correctly by doing ear tuning syllables. Okay, surrounding yourself with the language and doing the ear tuning exercises with ear tuning syllables. Then when you can hear the language, I start telling you what you are already hearing correctly means. Well, specifically, remember, I'm teaching you what this guy is saying on this video. You're using it for ear tuning, and you've been listening to it, and then all of a sudden, because you do the ear tuning exercises, you can hear exactly what he's saying word by word very clearly. You don't know any Dutch yet, but you can hear him very clearly. So then I just tell you what he's saying and have you keep looping it. So then you do the read-throughs where you start connecting the known language to the Dutch, and you keep getting reinforcement by that looping that same video. Same time, you're still doing ear tuning exercises, and the language is still surrounding you, you keep getting a better ear. So the passive listening is helping you get a better ear at this point, going toward a native ear, and it's helping you pick the language up faster, much faster than if you just did the associations by themselves. Kids learn their language surrounded by the language. It's not just people talking to them, they hear it all around and they learn it fast because it's surrounding them. So, last thing I want you to think about is learn a language just like a kid does. And I'm not trying to sell you nothing. This is just the way that kids learn languages. I mean, it's a people use that for an advertising slogan. I'm telling you, no, I'm not trying to sell you nothing. I'm just helping you learn Dutch. I've stumbled upon this system myself, trying to teach others because I think it's worth. I think it has a lot of worth, a lot of value.